Good morning, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres, and we are foggy this morning. Did not expect to be foggy this morning, but we are. There's nothing out there past, I don't know. Not much out there past 50 yards and nothing out there past 60. Anyway, we're all wet this morning, which is unusual. Don't think it rained. Let me check the rain gauge. It hadn't rained by bedtime for sure. So this could just be fog combined with maybe some frost that melted or something. I'm looking at the flowers. These are actually, most of these grayish ones in here are actually bachelor buttons. Let's see. It's damp in there, but I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Not really. I don't know. Good question. I don't think it would really count as raining. I think it just sort of dewed on us really heavy. And we've had enough rain lately that just makes it seem real wet out here. This is our bed that was beans this year. It's got a few weeds in it, but most of these things are actually California poppies that are coming up. Like this guy's a California poppy, and a lot of these little stuff is too. So at this point I've decided I'm going to leave it. There's probably also some, there's some dill in here too. But, and of course, garlic. But, and there's actually onions in here too. So I think that'll be a kind of a good combo this spring. We had, I had a very good crop of walking onions this year in a pot over, I've got a little garden over here. Zoom. Pots right against the wall. There's a fig tree. There's a pot of thyme. There's some garlics and some walking onions and some flowers, all sort of sitting there in a jumble. And that's on irrigation during the summer. And at the very end of the summer, I had to do something with the walking onion. It was just going to die sitting there. So I transplanted all the little guys into here. I zoomed the wrong way. Okay, come on, there we go. Sorry, don't mean to make you sick. There's a million little walking onions in here. So we'll see if they come back up. I hope they do. And there is some garlic in here also. Some dill and a bunch of California poppies. And I think I will just leave them. My conclusion is what I want to do this coming spring is I want to take this bit over here, which is a mess of storage right now. It was covered with cardboard to keep it from growing weeds, and that worked for a while, but as you can see, it does have some grass now. It's also got all kinds of irrigation chunks stored on top of it. I want to renovate this bed, and I want to put a top on it the same way as I have with the squash beds so that the rodents can't get into it. And I want to see if I can pull off an early planting of green beans that I can completely get off without losing any to rodents. And it's going to be a project. I have to repair. This wall here has got a tilt to it because the rodents undermined it. Now, that doesn't mean they got into the bed. It just means they managed to remove enough dirt from underneath it to make it sort of tilt a little. And I haven't used this bed much in a couple of years. but it's fully set up to be used for irrigation. And I think this is the bed to renovate. It's small enough that I can have a chance of getting it renovated and covered, and it's also big enough that I'll actually get some production out of it. It's that sort of balancing act. This bed here, bed number 5, was frequently used for green beans in the old days, and I just can't defend it. I don't have I have to put out rat traps and this and that and the other thing, and it's gotten to the point where I'm not willing to fight that battle anymore, but I want the green beans. So, if we had outside cats all the time, we could probably control the rodents. But we're just not doing that, so. We do see a cat around here once in a while, but not enough to really make a huge dent in things. Yeah, so I think this one needs to be renovated this spring. I'm thinking about shrinking it just a teeny bit. The width on it, from that side to that side, is just a little bit too much in terms of production, but I'll see. I don't want to shrink it too much. I was thinking half of a block. If I took this wall off, straightened it up, and moved it over so it butted in here instead of sat on the outside, then maybe it would be a better width. Because right now it's impossible. If I'm harvesting it, it's difficult. If someone else is harvesting, it doesn't get harvested. It's basically what happens to it. So I'm trying to make everything user-friendly. Easier said than done. And of course, they're saying that a regular width for a bed should be 30 to 40 inches. And obviously, this is a lot more than that. I had always planned, once I realized it really was too wide, I would try and put something like flowers in the center and then other things around the edges. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking renovation on this one. Renovation and reuse. If I can get going early enough in the spring, maybe we can get it done. I hope so. Because the ones over in the corner here, the squash beds, they were not a success, but that was only because we had all kinds of plagues in a row this year. Early on, they were a success, but when there were too many plants planted in them, so I have to bring in some more gravel. And this one here is completely done. It's got sides, tops, hooks to keep everything in place. Those rocks were left over because I was trying to cover with plastic to keep the frost off of it for longer, which did work for a while, but not long enough. But this bed I still need to fix. I need to finish 2 more sections on it. This one is obviously not as high. And I think the plan shall be that this bed will be used for butternut squash. Probably a plant, maybe 2 at the most, maybe 1 at each end. And then this bed will be used for patty pan, yellow patty pan, and yellow zucchini. And ideally, that would be literally 1 plant at each end. So we'll see if I can manage to do that. Yeah, we'll see. But that's my plot for the year. I'm going to have to redo the irrigation on this. We had to just literally cut it off so we could do some other stuff. And I don't like doing that because these are hard to deal with. This is not my favorite type of top for irrigation, but it was literally all we could find. So when you can't find something else, that's what you use. Yeah, so that's the theory. And everything needs to be cleaned up, obviously. This is a raspberry bed. This needs to be have all the old canes removed out of it. You can see a few from here, like this one, that are old and crunchy. I also want to thin it a little bit. I think it had too many canes this year. And we need new tops for these beds because this works while they're really short, but doesn't work when they get bigger. So many things to do. A million things to do. And because we have a tendency for bugs to overwinter, I have to remove all this debris that's in here completely. I can't leave any of it. My goal is to put a couple of bags of mulch on each one of these beds. I would say ideally 3, maybe 4 on each bed. We'll see how available mulch is and how much it costs and all those other fun things. And there's the blackberries. They were pretty successful this year. Learned all kinds of new things about them this year in terms of using. They had trouble with the birds getting into them after about, I guess about 2/3 of the way through the summer. The birds started eating the berries. It was funny because I don't think that they realized what they were before then. But unfortunately, they did figure it out. And there's still a few berries on here which will never ripen, of course, because it got too cold. So there's a few things like this. These needs to all be cut off. But I did a pretty good job in terms of cutting the stuff back. And once I figured out how to cover the fruit, it worked well. But all of this needs new tops to it. I need covers that work better than this, that are taller, and that will give me more flexibility in terms of use of shade cloth and other stuff, because we have to shade cloth them, otherwise they will get sunburned. The fruits will get sunburned. So that means you really need higher frames than we currently have. If this was on the ground or in the ground, that would probably be just enough, but just a cement block and a half to 2 cement blocks, this is not high enough. We need a real frame. Henry and I have talked about it a couple times. We need to finalize the design, make sure we have all the supplies, and somehow get to it. Never a dull moment. And this is my gigantic sage plant. Every time I come out with the dog lately, I've been trying to break off a few of these dead little ends. They need to come off every year just to make it look nice. And it's a little too damp right now, but normally they snap off really easily. That still snaps off pretty good right now. Sometimes it gets so damp it doesn't. And then I just throw these in the trash. I have the trash can right over here. And it smells really good. You can see I've got a little collection of them. I've been trying to remember to do that whenever I bring Rufus out during the day and we're just wandering around together. Well, I'm sure he's wondering where I am at this point. He says, I'm walking around the yard, Mom, looking for mouses. So, guess I'll see you guys later. Oh, the pussycat's sitting there, too. That's funny. She's sitting by the back door. She's learned that she can hide under the edge of the eave over there, and she won't get too damp. She does like coming outside, but it's been wet lately, which is not her favorite thing. But she hates being inside all the time, so trials and tribulations, it's tough being a pussycat. I can see Rufus is busy checking out the world over here. He wants to know what's going on. He doesn't want to miss anything. We do see bunny rabbits outside the fence sometimes, so there he is hiding in the corner over there, watching the world go by. Okay, that's it for now. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because obviously we have a ton going on. I still have a lot more work to do in the greenhouse. Made a lot of progress, but there's still a lot more to do. I got the chop vac out there the other day, so I can start getting some more vacuuming and cleaning and stuff done. But it's been so cold and nasty that we've just sort of walked away from that project a little bit. I have other things to do. So until next time, bye. Oh, and don't forget to keep brainstorming, because we sure are. I'm peering at my puppy over there.